Most people spend their entire lives trapped inside a mental cage they didn't even build, because they mistakenly believe meditation is just a spiritual trend for people with too much free time. The cold hard truth is that if you understood the biological warfare happening inside your skull during just 10 minutes of sitting still, you would realize that skipping a session is like leaving your most valuable asset to rot. We are not just relaxing or closing our eyes. We are engaging in a process of neuromeditation that manually shifts the gears of your brain architecture. Every brain is wired differently, and many of you are living with a hyper-firing mind stuck in a high-stress beta wave frequency where thoughts race like a car with no brakes. When you feel that intense agitation and the urge to grab your phone while trying to sit still, that isn't failure. It is the sound of your brain resisting a massive neurological upgrade. Meditation is the art of moving from that chaotic beta state into the relaxed alpha frequency and eventually reaching the holy grail of human consciousness known as the theta state. This is the deep, subconscious level where true biological rewiring occurs and where the most profound levels of human healing and mental clarity actually take place. By committing to this daily practice, you are performing a physical renovation on your brain by quieting the default mode network, which is the area responsible for that annoying inner monologue and constant worry. When you silence that background noise, you allow the prefrontal cortex to take total command of your life, which is the seat of your logic, your discipline, and your absolute willpower. Instead of being a puppet to your fleeting emotions, you begin to regulate them with surgical precision and develop a state of brain coherence where every region of your mind finally starts working in harmony. This process literally repairs your brain tissue and improves your biological brain age by strengthening the neural pathways that lead to focus and creativity. The shifts are not just mental. We are talking about a literal fountain of youth hidden within your DNA that can be measured through markers in your blood. In controlled scientific studies, a single deep meditation session has been shown to reduce biological age by up to 2.5 years by protecting the caps on your chromosomes known as telomeres. When you are stressed and reactive, these telomeres shrink and cause you to age faster, but meditation preserves them and allows you to maintain a brain that is a decade younger than what your birth certificate says. When you reach that deep theta state, you enter a biological command system where you can actually communicate with your own body to facilitate physical healing. Studies on hundreds of patients have shown that acknowledging your body in this meditative state and commanding it to heal results in a statistically significant physical improvement in health. This isn't magic or wishful thinking. It is the result of the mind and body finally operating on the same frequency without the interference of stress hormones. If you are ready to start this journey today, you must enter with a reality check and stop looking for flashes of light or immediate spiritual enlightenment, because those are just distractions. For the first 6 weeks, your only objective is the sitting practice, which is simply learning how to exist with yourself without a screen or a dopamine hit. Once you push through that initial wall of resistance, you will begin to notice that you are no longer a reactive victim to your environment or the people around you. Someone might cut you off in traffic or a massive deadline might approach, but instead of panicking, your rewired brain will simply choose to execute with calm authority. This neurological transformation becomes a massive superpower when you combine it with the disciplined path of SEMEN retention. If you are practicing retention, you are already building a massive reservoir of internal fire and raw masculine drive, but without a disciplined mind, that energy often turns into anxiety or restlessness. Meditation serves as the cooling system and the steering wheel for that high voltage energy. allowing you to engage in the process of transmutation. You are manually moving that vital life force from the lower centers of your body and driving it directly into your prefrontal cortex to fuel your highest ambitions. This creates a biological multiplier where your lowered biological age and your increased testosterone sensitivity combine to make you more focused and magnetically authentic than 99% of the men on Earth. When you sit for those 10 minutes, you are forging a mind that is actually strong enough to handle the power you are building through your discipline. You are choosing to become the master of your biology rather than its slave, sitting in silence to forge yourself into the man you were designed to be. There are no more excuses for a weak mind when the tools for total self-mastery are already sitting right there inside of you.